Okay, so Anna, you're saying that cash dollars, American currency, is made out of paper, and Nick, you're saying that dollars, cash, are made out of is made out of something else.
Okay.
Okay.
And I really hope by the end of this, I know the answer because I've always wondered what the hell is paper money made of, or
Okay.
is like dollar bills made of.
We're talking specifically of. Okay.
Right now, we're gonna open the floor up to clarifying questions. As soon as I shut down clarifying questions, is when the debate will begin.
Okay. We're talking about the U.S., the United States dollar.
I don't care about euros. I don't care about other currency.
Can you name another currency?
Pesos.
Good. Name
But-
2 more.
Okay, pesos, euros. Well, Brexit, so pounds.
Yeah. Well,
Back.
but hold on. They had a pound before Brexit, and also Brexit isn't done.
Well, no, but and yen.
Good.
You were in Japan.
I was. I had a yen or two.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. You're talking about the bill, not the coin.
Correct. I think I know what coins are made of, and it's metal.
Okay, so the premise of your debate was just money's made of paper?
The premise of my debate is money made of paper? Yes or no?
Got it. And
I am yes.
I'm no.
Anna, you think paper is made, in fact, of money. Nick, sorry.
Money is made of paper.
I think I got that.
And Nick, you believe money is made of something else.
Got it.
Clarifying questions are done. This is a simple enough debate. One rule about all of our debates: each debater gets the opportunity to use one statistic to back their side. They must only use one, and they must use it wisely. On your marks, get set, go.
I'll start. When was the last time you held a dollar bill in your hand?
Earlier today.
Earlier today.
Yeah. It's a good question because a lot of us aren't using paper currency anymore, right?
Yeah.
We're moving purely digital, right? In which we could unequivocally say that digital money is not made of paper.
Mhm.
We could all agree there. Have you ever tried to send paper through the internet? It doesn't happen.
Yeah, faxing, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work anymore.
Faxing doesn't
They gave
work.
up on
The
that.
fax
That's-
broke.
There's no more fax servers.
that might be a topic for the end of the day. Is the reason we have the internet was because faxing doesn't work.
Was because faxing doesn't
Was
work.
because faxing. Regardless, paper money. When you hold it in your hand and when you look at it, there's some interesting things going on. One, not only is it a weird shade of green,
Yeah.
which you could maybe like color paper that green, but you would see the color on it, right? It'd be like
Yeah.
a pen or a pencil or a
Yeah.
marker. You could maybe
You'd see like the smudges.
yeah, you could create maybe that certain kind of shade biochemically, but there's something unique about that green that leads me to believe that all American money is made exclusively from the scales of Midwestern frogs.
Oh.
Because not only is it an odd shade of green, right? It feels weird in your hands. Have you ever gotten money wet? It doesn't actually
No.
get wet. It just has water like on it.
Yeah.
And it still, like paper when it gets wet, crumples in your hands
That's a
and
good
turns into pulp, if you will.
Mm.
Money never pulps, just like a frog's skin never pulps.
I haven't
And
noticed
so
Is
I
that
believe, yeah, you can't pulp a frog. And so when you hold a piece of paper, money in your hand, and you feel it and you're like, oh, that's a green that I recognize, you know, catching pollywogs in the bog with my friend Bogdan, right? And you feel it in your hands, and it gets a little wet while you're catching those pollywogs, and you think, man, this feels just like the skin of
Yeah.
these frogs that I'm holding. It's not retaining the water, it's repelling it.
Yeah.
And beyond that, when you burn money, it burns black. And I do this because I am wealthy beyond measure. And if you guys want to test this tonight, one of you could provide $1, and I will prove to you that it burns black. What paper do you know burns any other color besides fire color?
Well, that's as good. That's as good a use of it with taxes as high as.
Yeah, you might as well. What did the government get to do? What do they do?
It's like, what are you doing with my dollars?
You've given it to services. Anyway, that's all I say. I think money looks like frogs. It feels like frogs. Looks like a frog.
So-
Talks like a frog. It's got to be a frog.
So to summarize,
Yeah.
certainly not paper. Maybe frogs.
Yes, exactly.
All right, I love it, and I think you're onto something, and I'd love to hear more.
Mm-hmm.
Great. May I?
Oh yeah.
Hop in.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna like a frog hop in. Okay. Wow. This is I feel encumbered and burdened by having to prove this. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna start off with just a simple illustration that I think will really kind of direct us all in the direction I'm going. If money is not made of paper, well, when was the last time you saw money and paper in the same room?
Wow.
So, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I literally
can't either.
can't think of a time, Nick, don't say anything, when I saw money and paper in the same room at the same time. So therefore, it's like, what's the paper? The paper is the money.
It's literally because you're poor. You just don't see money very much.
Yeah, you just don't see a lot of money.
No.
But I digress. I'll let you continue.
You know what? That's true. I
Yeah.
haven't even thought about that before. I've been in the same room with rocks and money.
Yeah, and dare I say, frogs and money. So I've been in a room with more frogs and money than I have paper and money.
I was at the zoo on yesterday and today,
Okay.
and I was in the amphibian house. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there were frogs. I didn't see them. I was at the salamander part.
Which is essentially just a long frog.
It's a frog.
We can all agree.
Okay. We should. Next week we're debating are salamanders just long frogs?
Okay, so
Anyway, I had a
go
dollar.
on about the amphibians.
I
So
did have
you
a
were in
dollar
the
bill.
amphibian house and you were flashing your money
I
clip,
was
as you usually do.
I was holding $2 bills out.
At the frogs.
I don't
At
know
the
if
salamanders.
I don't know if $2 bills count because they're not in circulation anymore.
Wow.
But they were $2 bills. I was showing them because I wanted them to know my station in life.
Good. And I'm sure they got the picture. So, okay, my first point is pretty salient and clear that I haven't seen money and paper in the same room at the same time. So it's like, well, that's big.
It's like a Batman situation.
Exactly. My next point is that when I was a child, I would get paper and fold up those little like origami cootie catchers, like
Oh yeah.
red, R-E-D, and then you lift the flap and there's a 1, and you do it one more time, and then you open that up and there's your fortune. So yeah, a cootie catcher like that, yeah, I would make. And they were always made out of paper, or maybe like a origami swan or a paper airplane. Okay, I would just like to say that all those times you take $1 and fold it into a little George Washington bow tie.
Yeah.
They share those principles.
They share those principles.
There.
Wow. Okay.
So
Well, that's
where I'm at. So therefore, paper and money are of the same substance.
Yeah. You blew my mind just now.
Can I get a rebuttal?
Please
Yeah. Okay. I
rebut
want to hear
me.
rebuttal from each of you, and then I
Yeah.
want to hear closing statements.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna make my decision.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I want to rebut. I got $1 here in my pocket.
Oh wow.
Believe
Okay.
it or
You really
not.
have $1 here.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Two.
$2. They're not $2.
I'm surprised they're not burnt up.
Well, we can finish that tonight. So, like any reasonable, you could hear it. Any object, right? Whatever is written on the object is the ingredients of the object, right? So that applies to
Like
food.
a nutrition fact?
Yeah, it applies to food. It applies to books. You look at the back of the book and what's written on it, the title and the description. It's
You're
what is
absolutely
contained in
right.
the book. So on $1, what we read is that this note is legal tender. What word do we use to apply to tender? Is meat.
Frog's legs.
Yes.
Have you eaten a frog's leg?
Wow.
It's meat, right? So
Aw.
it says is legal tender for all debts, public and private. So we have a couple other notes on here. United States of America. It's our spirit, right? Your spirit's in it. They
I have a
endow
question.
it with it.
I have a
Yeah,
question.
what do you got?
And maybe either one of you might know that.
I could answer
What
it.
what does DC stand for? It says Washington DC. What does DC stand for?
It stands for don't cut. And you could cut paper,
Okay.
but you don't
That
cut
means
money.
if it doesn't want to be cut, that
If
means
it's
it's
not-
able to be cut.
No, if it's-
like
no,
Like
it's
paper.
papers. Can you cut a frog?
yeah, you could cut
No,
them.
you don't cut a frog. You gig a frog.
You are so southern.
Yeah,
It
you
hurts.
go
What
frog.
is gig a frog?
You go frog.
A
Regardless.
gig is a big spear that you use specifically
No.
for frog hunting.
Really?
Yes,
That's
we
so
have
violent.
them.
I think a gig is like when you book a show.
Never mind.
Regardless, DC means don't cut. Paper you could cut all the time. This is saying it's not paper. Don't cut it. There's no point.
Okay.
Why not can't cut?
Right. It would say can't.
Because bureaucracy, they voted on
Right,
this
it's
a
all the
lot of
fat
different
cats.
things.
Oh, right.
It's all
If you
fat
look on the
cats.
back, right, we've got a couple pictures of what's inside of it. Eagles.
Inside.
Inside the dollar, it contains eagles, right? Some leaves, some arrows, and a pyramid and a human eyeball. These are all contained within a dollar. So
There's no paper there.
there's no paper on this dollar. It's literally a bunch of animal matter and some mysterious, probably murder cult organization symbology.
Okay.
All that to say, I think dollars, more than just frogs, I think it's just made of like literal flesh.
Mm.
Okay, I'll post a picture on our Instagram, and that is at Masters of Debate. I'll post a picture of the front and back of a dollar if you're curious to see what it looks like if you've never seen one.
Yeah.
All right, so that's all I'm saying. I'm saying the ingredient listing on a dollar is literally a bunch of
The
flesh
nutrition
and a
facts.
person. George Washington. They put a little bit of him in every $1 bill.
So maybe not a frog, maybe hawk, or eagle rather.
Yeah.
Maybe pyramid, maybe human eye, but certainly not paper.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh my, how do I follow that?
Nothing's pointing to paper, Anna, and I want to hear
Well,
what
my facts still hold up.
to be fair, his rebuttal had nothing to do with
So
yours.
my facts are still with
Exactly.
Expound upon your facts
He
then.
didn't rebut you at all.
Walk me down this paper and money not being in the same room.
And you have an opportunity to pull ahead here because statistics are still on the table.
Yeah.
And he didn't. You can rebut everything he said.
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm glad to have been reminded about my statistic because it's time I used it. My only statistic for this debate, which I think is really going to have some gravity to it. Did you guys know? This blew my mind. I found this out yesterday. Did you guys know that 100%
You
100% of seeds when they are being planted to become a sapling, which will someday grow into a tree, 100% of seeds want to be produced into money.
Oh, so they have their own individual desires.
Oh, absolutely.
And you're talking about wood seeds,
Of course.
tree seeds,
Lumber. To become lumber.
lumber.
What
Wow.
they want is to become money. And that right there shows it's like if I can consider God, he's
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
If I crave a ketchup, that means I've tasted it. If a seed wants to become money, it means it's plausible.
And who are we to deny the desire of a seed?
Not me. I wouldn't.
What do you mean, not you? I said, who are we to? And you said, not me.
Whatever supports my case is what I meant.
Wow.
So with my statistic, I think it shows again, like if I can consider that God might be real, then therefore He exists. If I long to be touched, then it means I
You could be touched. And therefore, paper.
Should be.
Money is made of
and
paper.
therefore
Okay, I'm going to.
I got a stat.
We're moving into closing statements.
Can I give you my stat first?
you can use it in your closing statement.
You have to
Oh,
use that
fine.
in your closing
That's
statement.
fine. That's fine.
It's your turn.
So
Oh,
do
okay.
that now.
Here's my closing statement, right? I'm going to employ a statistic popularized by great British invasion rock band, the Rolling Stones.
Mm.
And
Wow.
they shared this bit of research with us when they said, you can't always get what you want.
Oh, and I
Mm.
want paper.
And seeds may want to be money.
Oh.
I want to be 9 feet tall with a couple of candy cane arms. But
Wow.
it ain't gonna happen.
Oh, I want to kiss you right
You
now.
can't always get what you want. And at the end of the day, when I look at a dollar bill, everything about it tells me that it is composed of the flesh of humans and animals, mostly frogs, and that when you burn it, you will be satisfied.
So your statistic is you can't always get what you want?
Yeah, that's my stat.
I'm so much better at statistics than both
Your
of you.
statistics every time are 100%.
It's a strong stat. I don't make this shit up.
Hey,
Good research.
let me make this clear on this podcast. No one is fabricating their statistics.
No.
These are hard numbers.
No. Oh, my closing statement.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Nick saying that you can't always get what you want, once again, doesn't negate the plausibility of the desire.
Mm-hmm.
So again, like when I went on a diet, I wanted ketchup, but can't always get what I want. Did I still have it? I still have it.
You still had it.
But theoretically, it's like, well, I can't always get
But you, yeah.
what I want. But that means it's still like a plausible thing that you might get.